Now we're moving on to a little bit of minor arts, illuminated manuscripts in this case. And the Carpathians, who are the royal family at the time, are huge sponsors of art, including Blanche of Castile, who you'll remember was the patron of the Rose Window at Chartres. Well, she's married to the King of France. Her son is Louis IX, known as Saint Louis, also the person that the city in Missouri is named after. Now, he'll be crowned king in 1226, but his mother will rule as a regent, as his representative, until 1234, when he reaches the age of majority. And Blanche has a great spiritual influence upon her son. And upon his coming to the age of majority, in other words, once he's old enough to rule, old enough to be considered an adult, then Blanche will commission this Moralized Bible. And what we see here is really a donor image showing the patronage and creation process. So at the top, we have Blanche on one side being represented, her son on the other, and then beneath we see the process by which the book was created, where you would have a reader, usually an older monk, and then you would have, in this case, one scribe, but frequently it would be a room full of, say, 30 or 40 scribes, all copying what's being read to them. So we're seeing the process by which it's created. The architecture and city surrounding is representative of the city of heaven. Again, this sort of telltale sign that we're dealing with something religious. And the gold background tells us that these aren't just people, but these are people in a religious setting, that this is something divine or spiritual going on. And this is an extravagant book. When you look at the background, especially down here, what you'll notice are lines sort of marked in and covered with gold leaf. Those lines are marked in with a bone tool, which the scribe is actually using right here. And that bone tool gives him straight lines to write on, but can also be used for decorative functions. And this is a book of elaborate illuminations, or that contains elaborate illuminations. The whole purpose of the book is to basically remind St. Louis, or Louis IX, of his role in Christendom. And you'll notice he's holding something, holding this medal. That's likely a representation of his defense of the faith, that he sort of pledges himself to assist Christianity in its defense. And this is important in France, not because of Protestantism, because that's not a thing yet, but because, remember, in next door Spain, we still have Islam in parts of Spain at this point. So basically telling him that he needs to defend his country against the influence of Islam, amongst other things.